We're on. We're on the air.
What's up?
Producer Ben just gave me the signal.
We're on. Producer Ben, man, he's getting a lot of love online. People like him.
I haven't seen a speck of that
One
love.
guy said, if that fucking guy Ben tries to sound like Danny and Leah one more time, I fucking hate him. He did say, some asshole give you some hate, but you know what? You know, they don't boo nobody. Remember that.
Wait,
Reggie Jackson said that.
Does Ben even say anything? Usually he's just heckling us or laughing
exactly,
off mic.
dude.
You can't
Some
hear it
fucking
at all.
asshole. I think one time you give him the mic every now and then. Some asshole fucking made a comment.
Well,
but you know what?
heaven knows.
You want the hate though. You want the hate. Remember that, Ben.
Yeah, I don't listen to a word this guy says when I'm walking around the house. So the only time I hear him is
when he's
this is my conversations with Ben. Hey Ben, podcasting tonight. Be there to monitor our audio levels. He does that, and then I pretend he doesn't exist for 7 days.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's not true. I'm pretty sure I've heard you sexually harass him horribly.
Well, if I
during the
want my
week.
dick sucked, I'm not saying I don't use the guy. But here it is.
Oh my god!
In our house, there's me,
passed out?
Danny Mullen, the celebrity, and then there's 2 civilians. There's Danny
my
Mullen, the guy who's not worth millions yet, but will be, and who's internationally known. And then there's the 2 white-collar working stiffs who I don't even recognize as individual people.
You called him a white-collar working stiff?
That's what he is, and
he
I don't
works for a
respect
big
working
tech
stiffs.
company. He works for a fucking tech company.
I don't
and
care.
the other guy, the other guy works for a very powerful man. So honestly, your roommates are kind of awesome,
They're
Danny.
cockroaches
Stop being
to
such
me.
an asshole.
They're lower than cockroaches to me.
You're a sick fuck.
They're
dude.
lower than
the
cockroaches
power has
to
gone
me
to your head
because
man.
they use my Old Spice in the shower sometimes, and they leave a dirty dish or
Well,
two
there's
in the
your
sink.
fucking first problem. You're using Old Spice in the shower, Danny?
I'm a brand loyalist. You know why? Because in 4th grade, some peddling Old Spice guy came in with a manual on puberty, and inside the little Ziploc baggies with toothbrushes and I don't think there were condoms, but there was Old Spice deodorant. He said pretty soon our armpits were going to start emitting a stench, and they
Pretty
got me.
soon. And then you were like, were you like, okay, you know what? I should start wearing deodorant, or had you already been wearing deodorant?
I hadn't already been wearing deodorant, and I started it, and when I did start, you can be damn sure the deodorant I chose was Old Spice. Pure sport. I've been using it since 4th grade. I don't want to be
4th grade,
mad.
you've been using Old Spice? Wait, they use your deodorant or your body wash?
I need to make the rounds in elementary schools and start plugging them the Danny Mullen YouTube channel.
Honestly,
That's
could we make a
same
clean?
concept.
Could we make a clean video at an elementary school? I feel like we could.
No, there's no.
It'd be
way.
hilarious.
I
It would
would
still
feel-
be funny. We could fuck with the teachers. We could tell them that they're teaching them the core, whatever the core work. What is it? Something called core is what they teach kids now. We could go and just be like against it, adamantly against it, and talk to the principals and the
Leo,
teachers.
You know, I would be too uncomfortable / aroused to ever set foot on an elementary
Christ,
school.
you'd be aroused at
Hey,
the other students.
I was going to elaborate and get really into that, but I probably shouldn't. I can't.
Yeah, what is
pedophile
wrong with
jokes?
You?
You just think
Pedophile
of them.
jokes, man.
They're funny. They are funny.
I mean, they can be funny, but you know what? Actually, there was a pedophile joke. I saw this guy named Dom Herrera. He was like, "You look about 17" to a girl in the crowd. He goes, "I'd love to bathe you with milk."
Pedophile 17. The thing I have, the problem I have, here's Ben. He's getting uncomfortable. It's 16 and 17.
Yeah.
Am I wrong or am I right? If I drive 4 hours east to Nevada and I have sex with either a 16 or a 17-year-old, nobody bats an eye. A high court judge of Nevada could be there watching me do it, along with the entire police department.
Right, but
and I get off scot-free.
Right, but wait, but the court of public opinion, Danny, and I know you care about the court of public
I
opinion.
do, but it's strange how morally, if James Franco gets caught texting a 17-year-old,
You don't give a fuck about the court of public opinion. What are you talking about?
But it's a thought experiment, Leo.
Okay.
Why are men crucified for being attracted to or accidentally hitting on a 17 or 16-year-old if it is perfectly legal in Nevada, our neighbor to the east?
You once
it's
broke
a
it down.
strange thing.
You broke it down really well once, though. You said that the laws were in place for good reason because a woman of that age doesn't
And I agree
have
with
the
that.
mental capacity to make good decisions.
I agree with that.
And shady older men like me and you shouldn't be clouding their brains with shady ideas like licking our assholes or something. I don't know.
Wow, that was
You know you'd do that.
that was
The younger,
base.
the more you want them to eat your ass.
No, I think the age of consent should be 18. I don't think a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old has enough brains in their
Same,
head
yes.
to be knowing what to do with their vagina or asshole
Right.
or mouth.
But do you think James Franco should be crucified for sexting like a 17-year-old?
No, I don't. And I'm surprised he got off so quickly. He went on one talk show, said he was sorry in some roundabout way, And
but he got Me Too'd again. He got Me Too'd. Some girl said he like kind of was forceful on a blowjob in his car or something, and then never hit her up again or something.
I looked into that 17-year-old in Manhattan hotel thing.
Yeah.
He's a predator, dude. Not a predator. He's just a fucking scumbag.
What did he do?
I didn't mean to say predator. It's legal in New York. First of all, the age of consent is 17.
Yeah.
So he wasn't doing anything illegal, but it's funny. He still had to hit the talk show circuit to apologize for doing something legal. But I guess some girl came up to him at one or another James Franco public appearance. He got her information and he texted her like, "Hey, this is James Franco." She's like, "Fuck you, you're not James Franco."
He sent her that pic.
He sends her a picture like up his nostrils, like
Yeah.
that
yeah.
kind of a fucking picture. Like, you want me to rent a hotel room? I'll do it right now. Just
my
all
God.
fucking business. Which, I mean, he's a fucking dude. It's
dude.
funny because he was in the Wizard of Oz movie and Pineapple Express. It's funny to see him in that light.
You're probably an Eskimo brother with somebody that he banged for sure, right?
I am absolutely a finger Eskimo brother with James Franco. I
Really?
fingered a chick who James Franco fucked.
You fingered a chick who James Franco fucked.
Thanks for bringing that up. This is good
Of course,
material.
buddy. That's fucking legendary. You know what? That could be the title of this fucking podcast. I'm an Eskimo finger brother.
Yeah.
We're presuming. Yeah, I don't know if he fingered her. He probably didn't.
And I'm quite possibly a mouth Eskimo brother with Mark Cuban. So James Franco, he was a TA, or I think he was a professor at UCLA.
Right.
Another professor did some studies. He did a study called like 6 Degrees of Separation from James Franco. He said you could. I think the basis of it was you could ask 1 in 6 students at UCLA if they knew somebody who'd fucked James Franco, and the answer would be yes.
Wow.
Because he fucked so many girls at UCLA.
Right.
I want to say that was studied.
Right.
But he absolutely, there are pictures to verify it. He went to dinner with this girl that I used to hang out with, and he fucked her after one of those dinners.
How do you know? She told you?
Her good friends in the sorority told me.
You know, a lot of that, I often think that there's a lot of girls that lie about who they sleep with, too. Because, I mean, guys do it all the time. You know, if you had gone on a date with, like, I don't know, fucking Britney Spears in her prime, you would have said that you banged her, right? If you were in college.
But, so James Franco showed up to hang out with this girl. I saw pictures of that. Do you think James Franco would really come all that way out? Hang out with a girl just to fly a kite and play chess?
You know, maybe he was blitz out of his mind. Maybe he had an odor that was like, maybe he hadn't showered. Maybe his cock was funky smelling and she was just like turned off by it and maybe bounced. It happens.
No, not with James Franco. For what I remember, this girl actually didn't smell too great down low.
Really? That's what I mean. See, I knew it. I called it. I knew college girls don't know how to take care of their vagines sometimes. Not all college girls, but sometimes I think the younger crowd can be a little stinky sometimes.
Yeah, this girl, well, they drink.
They
first
drink,
of all,
yeah.
4 to 5 days a week, which
Right.
it's got to be not good for the pH balance.
No. It's definitely down there, yeah.
That would be quite an issue to have. Imagine having a hole on your body that just stunk, regardless of hygiene or anything you could do about it.
Yeah, man. One of my friends one time was like, "Hey, man," he calls me. He's like, "Do you think it's normal, dude? Like, I washed my sheets and like I kind of like vacuumed and it still smells like her pussy 2 days later." I was like,
Did that girl get a call back?
"Yeah, no, yes, because my friend was just an adamant sex addict, I think, or maybe he just was down." But
What did the girl
yeah,
look like?
She wasn't bad. She was like I don't know, semi-attractive, kind of ethnic-looking girl, decent bod. She was a dancer.
I don't know what ethnic means.
Ethnic means she wasn't white, Danny. Jesus, what the fuck is
There
wrong with you?
There are a lot of options besides white, so you got.
Well, she was in L.A., so she kind of looked Latina / She honestly kind of looked Latina / Indian.
Okay, she looked working or middle lower class.
Ben's like hot. He's like hot.
Ben, if you have an erection over there and you start rubbing your, our producer Ben, hey, get in camera real quick, Ben.
Yeah, come in here, man.
He looks like a real fucking. I don't know what he looks like right now. Come here. You look like a school shooter /
No, he doesn't.
Guy
look
who's gonna hook up with an underage girl.
I don't think he looks like a school shooter. Maybe a guy who's gonna hook up with an underage girl for sure.
He looks like a hipper version of the Virginia Tech shooter.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a stinky pussy story, Leo.
All right, let's hear it.
So I was in San Diego. Not a lot of people know this, but in my early competitive was it the mic cracked for a second? See, Ben, we need you monitoring the audio levels.
And why did you call me over here?
Because you got your FaceTime. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, you did. You look good. You look good. You look like a beatnik.
You're gonna suck my dick after this again.
You look like you'd be into slam poetry for sure.
Slam poetry. But so I had a little interim in San Diego that a lot of people don't know about. I went down there to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when I was 19.
Yeah.
And in the heat of my competition career. But one night I was at a San Diego State party. This bleached blonde, extensions, fake tits, the sluttiest, white trashy, but kind of hot looking white girl you've ever seen.
You love that, yeah.
I don't.
Really? Not like sometimes.
This maybe is part of the reason I don't. But her and I were in the kitchen, and I was kind of trying to make out with her, and she'd be like, "Oh, you're so forward," but I like it. The party ends. Everybody gets kicked out. I take her out to my old Ford truck that I used to drive back then.
Oh wow. A Ford truck?
Yeah. So
Ooh, I could see you in a Ford truck.
I looked good in that Ford truck.
Damn, dude, maybe we should get you a truck.
And I bet I put up higher blowjob numbers than you put up in whatever vehicle you drove in high school.
I didn't drive a vehicle in high school. I just put up blowjobs behind the bungalows, but whatever.
The bungalows. We got old bungalow
Good
Bill
old
over here.
bungalows.
Bungalow Bill. But so this girl and I are making out, and then she
Yeah.
asked, the audio's cutting out there, Ben. Are we good? Are we still recording? Maybe it's just the headphones. I'm getting static. But so her and I are making out in the car, and then she asked me all of a sudden, she's like, "When was your last girlfriend?" And at that point, I never had a girlfriend in my life, but I just lied about it. I was like, 3 months ago. She's like, "How long was the relationship?" And the first number that came to my head, 7 months. She pulls her bottoms off, pulls her fucking G-string off, spreads her legs, and is just like, "Fuck me."
Whoa.
And I was like, "You want me to put a condom on?" She's like, "No, you've had a girlfriend and she lasted 7 months. I know you're clean."
Whoa.
That was her logic. And when
Well, you fucking nailed the test, buddy. You passed the test. You
That's the
figured
answer,
out the
guys.
puzzle. It was like Tomb Raider, like doot doot.
what are my answers? 3 months ago, and then a 7-month
3 months and a
relationship.
7-month relationship.
37. That's the number. That's the magic number.
37.
kiddos.
I think it was more like I think we were thinking 10. You were like out of 10 as 7, 3. Yeah.
Just whatever you say it with conviction, guys. I think that was the key.
Yeah.
And then,
Say it with conviction. Yes.
but here's what happened. She opened her fucking legs, and I
God.
swear the stench that that came out of that pussy.
Mm-hmm.
I almost saw kind of like when you're cooking something on the stove and it's real hot and like the heat makes the like it bends light, so there's
oh
kind
my
of a
God!
hazy
You
look.
saw that
like
the residual whoa.
like on the edge of the Mojave Desert horizon at high noon when there's like that oasis effect.
Yeah.
That I feel like that came up emanating from her vagina.
Wow.
I almost saw the stench. If that makes sense,
Jesus.
Leo.
Yeah, I get it. Like with you, like the mirage kind of. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I right there, I was like, you know what, baby? I can't do this right now because you deserve to be made love to well.
Nice.
And then I talked her into putting her fucking clothes back on. She's like, yeah, you're such a sweet guy. You're different than the rest. And I drove home drunk, and I never saw that girl again.
Well, maybe she's a Danny Mullen fan now, and we'll figure out that this was her. But you know what's funny? Do you think there's the fucking what is it? The urban myth guy out there that actually has ever been honest with a girl about that? Like, honey, listen, your vagina smells like the tuna can that's been left in the desert for 4 months.
Hey, I just
and
used a
it's
desert
popped
joke.
open. Yeah, well, I'm using it again, dude.
That's fine.
But yeah, what do you think? Do you think there's did that guy exist? What's his name? If that guy exists, he's definitely not. He may be black, dude. He could be a black guy.
Probably. I
Yeah.
think that's a safe
Yo,
bet.
baby, is it Dante Culpepper? Yo,
Yeah,
Jill,
for sure.
damn, Jill, you been letting Nico in that shit? You gotta Jill, you gotta clean that shit up, girl.
I
Go
think
in the
you're,
bathroom right now.
I think you're onto something, Leo. I think the perfect character type of the guy who would call out on a woman on her stinky vagina.
Black guy.
NFL player. No.
An NFL player.
NFL player.
Oh my God, yes.
Because an NFL player has 6 nights a week booked off to fuck chicks.
Oh, yeah.
Including the night before game day.
And you got a top-notch NFL player because there was the guy on The Batch, man. He would like ask me advice on girls, and this guy was a 9-year vet, played on the Patriots. And not the Niners, but the Jaguars.
Was that the gay guy? Or was
No,
it
it was that. That's
Okay.
a different. That's
Okay.
a different guy. But no. But this other guy, yeah, he was a 9-year vet, and he was just like he seemed kind of lost, man. But yeah, but anyway, continue. So you think it's a black NFL player that would say it?
Dude, imagine Antonio Brown before the rape things and
Yeah,
before he
yeah.
got kicked off those teams. Just a star receiver in the NFL, all the pussy
Yeah.
he wants, fucking drives a Range Rover, lives in a mansion. You think
Yeah.
that guy is going to tolerate a smelly
Stinky
cunt?
pussy? No, dude. He's gonna make some joke about it, like, yeah, that smells like a fish market in China, and then be like, get the fuck out of my house, unless you want to stop by that bathtub, unless you want to scrub that thing in the bathtub, but make sure.
How fresh you think the fish markets in China are? How fresh the catch is?
Oh my God!
think
It's
it's
probably so fresh. Actually, not that fresh. I don't know. Probably they probably leave. They probably leave stuff over the amount of time they should because they're trying to sell it and not waste any of their catches.
What are you selling about China? What are you saying about Chinese capitalism?
Well,
there,
all
buddy?
I'm saying is I went to
Fucked up.
Chinatown and we bought a fish and that thing didn't smell that fresh.
Yes, and when I went to Chinatown for a video it's privated on my YouTube channel right now with our chef buddy.
Yeah.
That's all we did was go around Chinese groceries in the San Francisco Chinatown. Didn't smell pleasant.
Didn't smell pleasant. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Fish markets, it's kind of hard not to smell, fishy in a fish market, but still, you want to try to attempt to smell fresher than the other fish markets.
Speaking of fish markets in Chinatown, the video where those gay dudes got really upset with us.
Yeah.
I think I told you this, but I haven't told the podcast audience. They filed a second privacy complaint. Once I blurred all their faces, YouTube looked at it. Danny Mullen won.
Pussies.
Danny Mullen victorious.
Yes, he's won. We always win. A big win for Danny on his YouTube channel. That's always a great day, huh?
It's good.
Yeah.
And I've been making some progress on getting the Instagram back.
Really? What happened? They hit you back up?
I'm getting creative at this point. I've got about 3 or 4 separate dudes who all have a plug or a connect. One of them was through Cassidy Campbell.
Nice.
I got 3 of those guys allegedly working on it, but fuck knows what those sketchy bastards actually do.
According to the Ruman and this other guy, CeeLo, well, first of all, CeeLo has a connect, but he's not giving me it. Everybody's so weird about their connects. I mean, I think I ruined mine because I gave it to so many people. But point is, they both said that there's no way your Instagram's down forever. They said that they know guys who've gotten theirs deleted way more times and had way more strikes than you. So it should be pretty set on, it's going to come back.
Hey, here's something I did. I told Ben about this. It was real savvy. So I got on. The only reason Instagram or Facebook will give a fuck about you is if you spend money.
Right.
If you're a random little personal account, doesn't matter how many followers you have, unless you're spending ad money, they don't care. So
Right.
what did I do? I got into my Facebook ad account because I have run ads, not very much money worth of ads,
Right,
but
but
I have
still.
run ads on my page in the
Yeah.
past. Got there. What do they have for old Danny boy? They got a personalized chat box for help where you can actually reach a live employee at Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Which
This
is
is
unheard
cool.
of in the Facebook, Instagram world.
This is cool.
Yeah, YouTube is the platform, because to be a substantially sized creator, there are so few of those and it's so hard to do that
Yeah.
they have people you can talk to. Not at Instagram and Facebook. So I got on there. I got a sweet little woman. I was asking her about her day. I was using a lot of exclamation marks. I was showing my interest and I was being kind. I got her to submit an internal appeal
Oh my God, this is
to
great.
Instagram to get
This
my
is
account
great.
back.
This is great.
And so what I'm really hoping is some fucking dude in Bangladesh or Bombay or wherever the fuck they do shit, or wherever Facebook outsources their tasks that they
Yeah.
can't get white people to do for the American minimum wage. I'm hoping some dude comes in all hungover or fucking underslept. He just sees an internal appeal, approves it. Bam. Doesn't even look at it. My account's back up.
Now Danny's account back up, and your ability to get pussies back up, and
Yeah.
your happiness is back up, your
Yeah.
sexting's back up,
Yeah.
your ability to weed out fucking, I don't know. It's good for the videos too. We got the Tesla bit. It was a lot better because of your Instagram.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things that come with your Instagram. I also get more followers coming towards my page when your Instagram's running. So.
And we're going to get a stand-up show going here at the end of the month.
Oh my
and
God! Do you want to set that date for
Heaven
sure yet?
knows I need my Instagram to promote it.
Yeah. Do you want to set that date?
The 29th of October?
The 29th of October.
Let's talk about it after this.
All right, sounds good.
Next week I'm going to get on stage for sure. I'm getting my stand-up act going. I got to be ready for showtime in about a month, give or
Yeah,
take.
baby.
But I was writing material when I was up in the sack. Yeah, I'll probably talk about that too. I put out that video. I should probably address that video. The things have to change.
Yeah,
Is Danny Mullen burnt
Are you
out?
okay, dude? A lot of people are really worried about you, man. They've been writing me, man.
Yeah, putting out that video, it might have been a little bit premature. I might have needed a few more days off to think things over before I made any major announcements. But one thing that was great about you people, probably some of you people, but mostly people on the YouTube channel, is everybody said, get an editor, get an editor, get an editor. And I'd written that off for so long because I thought if somebody else was putting their fingerprints on the Danny Mullen material, that
It's gonna ruin it, yeah.
that it wouldn't come out how I saw it in my head so perfectly.
Right.
And I think that was what drove me to burnout, is because every video I had to do, not only did I have to write a good idea and did I have to perform well and did we have to perform well, I had to put everything together perfectly.
Meticulously, yeah.
I had to make sure every good joke was included in the video and everything that wasn't that funny was cut out. But people made me realize that, I mean, dude, with YouTube, it's a multi-year endeavor. I'm going to be around for a long time.
Yes.
You put out weekly content. The idea that every week needs to be a masterpiece is absurd.
It's absurd, Danny.
Unsustainable.
And I've been look, I've been trying to tell you that for a long time. I told you that you can get a camera and walk 15 minutes to the left and you'd make a fire video. I've told you that for a long
Well,
time.
the left is into the yuppie sector of my neighborhood. I need to go
Sure,
right
you could
into
still
the
do it.
hood.
You could
That'd
still
be a better
do
video.
it. You could still do it. Either way, just left or right.
Okay.
What I'm saying is,
What about down or
I
up?
agree. Down or up, dude. You know what? Honestly, you could almost let Neeks because the guy on the shoot would, I think, be able to edit it a little better. Neeks, I don't know. We got to get him off the drugs and alcohol, and we got to get him in rehab before anything. But if he was focused, I believe Neeks, a guy on the shoot, if we did a regular, regular video, like just we go somewhere, we destroy some things. If the guy on the shoot could edit it really well, I think Neeks might be able to edit it something for you really well.
I don't know if I trust Neeks, especially a high Neeks.
That's what I mean. No, I agree. I think he needs to get off I think he smokes too much when he's not with us. The only time he's not smoking is when he's on the shoots.
If I had the choice between letting a high Nico or a Basset Hound edit my videos, it'd be a coin flip, but I'm leaning towards Basset Hound.
Dude, I know what you mean. Neeks high is problematic. He's making a lot of mistakes when he's high.
Nah, I like Neeks. Neeks, he hasn't made that many mistakes when he's high.
Kidding,
I just want Neeks to be sharp, and we've asked Neeks to stop smoking weed on shoots, and none of us smoke weed on shoots either.
Yeah.
Because we do a bunch of antisocial, borderline legal stuff, and there
Right.
could be repercussions, there could be violence, and every brain cell counts. And
we need him quick on his feet.
yes. Yeah, the last shoot that we allowed weed on the set was I put my dick in the popcorn video shoot, which was a great fucking video.
It's a great video, yeah.
Maybe we should get him back on the weed because
I think he was
good.
a little drunk. Well, yeah, he was a little drunk in Vegas when we shot the great Edward Forty Hands video.
The Edward Forty Hands video. Everybody's
What a
demanding
classic.
part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
But so just to keep clarifying what's going on with the channel, people,
Yeah, what is going on?
When I drove back from Sacramento last night, I just put on music and I thought for about 3 to 4 hours on the way things are going to go. I said in that video, the things have to change, that I wanted to do a separate podcast on my own channel. I don't want to do that anymore. We're not going to do that, but I'm going to use that same concept that I explained, the open door policy, the frat house feel, the guests, the written comedy bits. We are going to start applying all of that to this podcast, the Leo and Danny Show.
Exciting.
We want to make this... I want people not only to tune in every week and to make this just as big of can't-miss content as my main channel, I want people to watch it on YouTube. I want being in the car listening to be a secondary experience.
Yes, exactly.
I want the studio to look great. We're gonna fuck with guests. We're gonna kick them out.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna. I was telling Leo, we're gonna do things like we're gonna bring in dating coaches. We're gonna troll them.
And troll them, fuck with them, yeah.
I don't want to give too much out right now.
No, don't give too much out. But listen, it's going to be fucking phenomenal. And you know that because it's Danny's masterminding it. And he brought you all the videos that you enjoy and these podcasts as well. I mean, are, brought by both of us. But still, it's his mind working. This is what he wants to do.
This is what we're going to do. So we're souping up the Leo and Danny show.
Yep.
You guys can expect a little by little new additions each week. We're bringing over our buddy Ian, who's got some experience with set design.
Set design. That's going to be fun.
We're going to get the lighting figured out in here.
Yeah.
We're going to get furniture. We're going to have multiple cameras switching back and forth to make the viewing experience more exciting instead of just me and this bearded piece of shit sitting next to me on the couch.
Fuck you, dude.
Because
Shaved my beard, man. Fuck you.
I felt the two of us are sitting too close, and it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm going to get some physical distance.
We have plenty of space between us. What's wrong with you? It's just you have a strong attraction towards me. That's obvious. Some people, they make a lot of gay jokes in the comments about our podcast.
Do they actually?
They said that we have a normal heterosexual relationship in a very sarcastic, I thought, was tone, and got a lot of likes.
Don't appreciate it.
Yeah,
don't appreciate it, guys.
What else did they say? They said they're like you're awesome. They call us gay uncles. They're like your favorite gay uncles.
It hurts my feelings.
You motherfuckers, dude.
So what I want to get going in here is a feel to these podcasts that's more similar to my videos. So maybe we'll make them long enough that we can actually speak honestly and shoot the shit kind of like we're doing right now. But I want the front end to, again, be written comedy material.
Right.
Guests who we abuse or treat decently depending on how much we like them and who they are.
Yeah, if we respect them, we respect them. But if we don't, then we're going to really fuck with them.
There's definitely going to be a lot of dodo bird guests.
Yeah.
As I'm
But
gonna
I
call
want
them.
some- I want
We're going to
some-
shoot them extinct.
Salt of the earth guys, too. Can we get like a 7-Eleven employee in here?
Maybe. I think we should get an intern and just send him down the street to fetch a homeless man.
Fetch
bring him
people,
back.
yeah.
We should have some saran wrap handy to saran wrap up the couch. I think we're going to buy a new one. We'll see.
Yeah, we probably have to.
we're going to get calls going. We want to be able to take live calls with you guys. We're going to need to figure out how to screen that.
Yeah.
Because if we don't have a screener and we're just taking live calls constantly, it's going to be not long
not cool, yeah.
before N-words and hard Fs are flying.
So you want a screen? Okay, a screen or like can they pop up can we make them pop up like on a Skype call?
We can't ask me any of these questions because I don't know anything about technology.
Ian should be able to make this happen for
Our
us.
buddy Ian's going to make it happen. But taking calls from you guys, I can't wait for that personally.
That's going to be amazing, yeah.
Going live, when I used to go live when I had an Instagram, that was one of the funnest things, was just talking shit to whoever popped up and wanted to go live with me.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man.
And so we're going to be able to bring that to a more relaxed, comfortable studio atmosphere, and that's going to be comedic gold. As far as my main channel, I'm going to take the advice of so many people in the comments, get an editor.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Which I'm so looking forward to, because one of the statements I made in that Things Have to Change video, one of the statements I made was that I've done the remote in some small town raising hell video as well as I can do it. I'm going to amend that statement right now. I've done that video as well as I could with only evenings and Friday morning to write.
There you
because
go.
That's all I had time-wise. If I have 3, potentially 4 days freed up per week, which is what it took me to edit.
Imagine the videos that we're going to put out, boys and girls. Imagine a full-fledged Danny Mullen. Imagine a Danny Mullen monster truck.
Danny Mullen
Pillaging.
monster truck. It's
fucking pillaging across the freeway. The 405 just over all the fucking cars. That's what's coming to you.
It's going to be the Gravedigger version of the Danny Mullen channel. That's the only monster truck I know.
That's right.
Is it still around? Is that thing still running over cars and shit?
I think it is still around.
Is it the
I'm
same
pretty
guy who's been driving that?
Who knows, man? Maybe.
Is that the kind of like it's? I kind of see that as like the guy who voices Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
He's just a fat slob who doesn't really have that much talent, but he got in at the right time.
But he got in
and
at the
now he's
right
set for
time,
life.
dude. Yeah, he's set for life.
The Gravedigger driver and Homer
Gravedigger
Simpson's
driver,
voice
yeah.
actor.
Yeah, I think. Look, I'm excited about that, dude. Please, yes, have an editor, man. I mean, look, whatever video idea you want to have, I think someone out there can edit it for you. You know.
And even if it's not as perfect as I could have made it,
It's still going to be great.
even if it's 10, 15, 20% less good,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, because the time I'm not using editing is time I'm going to spend out in the comedy clubs, in improv, studying comedy
great.
writing. So as a performer, I'm going to be better.
That's right.
Therefore, there are going to be less down moments that need to be edited out.
There you
And it
go.
can be more of a just, here we go, throw this footage on the timeline in Adobe Premiere Pro,
Call it a day.
balance the audio, upload it, put it on the YouTube.
I'm excited, man. And honestly, those videos, those like how hard would it be for someone to edit like an Edward 40 Hands? It's like beginning, then there's an end. You know, is it difficult to
It's
do
not
that?
going to be too hard.
Yeah.
It's not going to be too hard. Some of the an example of a video that wouldn't be too easy for an editor to do, sexual assault guy.
Yeah, that's
where it's a bunch
tough,
of jokes cut in. But I mean, if I want to do one of those once a month, once every 2 months, I can edit that myself and I won't go crazy.
Yeah. It's an exciting time for the channel. I think this is the growth period that we needed. You did your crazy artistic crazy stuff that really was the essence of Danny, and
it was art.
And it was art.
It
of
was
course.
art.
Are you kidding me?
I had sex with a prostitute.
You had sex, dude. Oh, that video. When I was sitting out her and I had my arm around her, and they were doing the fucking little montage piece where we like the slow motion into the sunset. We got the prostitute to come outside with us, and that all worked out. Yeah. And
It's like a Charles Dickens novel.
You kissed the madam, and then you got
it is
the
like a Charles Dickens novel.
Literally,
The Madam and the Prostitute at Sunset.
as soon as you did that, I remember thinking like, that was one of the most amazing things like anyone's ever pulled off. I think on YouTube for sure.
It was quite good. And it's funny, I got in a Twitter war this weekend. Unwittingly, I didn't actually want to be a part of it.
Oh, God.
But he's a free speech guy I follow. He commented on somebody's tweet, and the original tweet was, "Fry cooks work harder than CEOs," which is me, a libertarian guy. I absolutely disagree with. I think anybody with a brain has to agree
That's not true.
that a fry cook who comes to work high, flips burgers,
No.
has six smoke breaks, go home,
no.
jacks off, smokes more weed, watches Netflix, not working as hard as Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates
No, that's not true.
or Warren Buffett.
Of course.
Not nearly as much stress.
Nope.
Takes absolutely zero skills or career beforehand to get you in there. There are no prerequisites. So I left some kind of comment about that, like, "Hey, motherfuckers, I did half a decade as a busboy.
Right.
I've been had my face screamed in. I've worked 400 cover a night, pre-theater service in the heart of downtown San Francisco with old rich yuppie scum ready to strangle my lights out if there was one thing wrong with their dish. I worked in the highest stress food service environments, not nearly as stressful as running a YouTube channel. I'll tell you what.
did put a finger up your asshole and put it in somebody's tacos.
I did that as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't at that fine establishment. It was a little lower down the pecking order.
Nice.
Basically,
but
like
still pretty awesome.
a Mexican taqueria is where I did that.
Okay.
I agree. Still one of my finer moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I said on there is basically what I just told to you guys. And then immediately somebody saw that, one of the, Marxist socialist people that were against that tweet.
Yeah.
They saw that I had tweeted that. They found my YouTube channel and they pulled up the prostitute video and the I put my dick in the popcorn video.
What a fucking
And they
asshole.
said, "Yeah, it looks real stressful. Your super stressful YouTube life."
Yeah, fuck you, dude. That is stressful.
Agreed.
You pulling that off, dude.
Well, as if because there's sex in the title, it automatically invalidates the work that went
What
into
a
it.
piece of shit. We went there blind. We didn't know if we were going to get in with cameras. We drove 4 hours. We had no idea.
I agree, but here's what I learned this weekend when this happened: is if I tried to explain that, I would just get trolled from all directions by these little socialist kids on Twitter.
You gotta be quiet. Yeah.
So what I did is I left all of them speechless. I followed up, "Hey, that prostitute one was stressful. One of the chicks was really fucking fat." And it just, all the comments, all the responses I got from everybody underneath were just like, "Dude, that's so messed up. You mean you don't respect women or fat people?"
Oh, that's so
they just,
good.
like, all their gang mentality of like, haha, fuck this dude. He's actually just a jerk off
God,
YouTuber,
dude.
just evaporated because I'd said something so offensive.
That's so good. I love the offensive humor. Speaking about that, dude, I saw a comedian last week that was so dark and offensive at Laugh Factory on I think it was like a Wednesday too. It's coming. Everything's coming back, man, to where it should be. This guy fucking made a joke about blowing. That he was a kid. He blew another 10-year-old when he was 10. He's like, we blew each other all summer, right? And he's
Was
like,
it a legitimate anecdote or was this made up?
I don't know. I heard that it might be legitimate, but listen,
Summer.
But all summer, and he goes, the best thing about this is that guy's a police chief in New Jersey now. He's like, so I get off on anything. Whenever someone pulls me over, they go, let that guy go. I go, make one call to this guy. And he said the guy's name too, which is kind of gnarly. So he says, yeah, it might be a personal anecdote, but that got a huge laugh and everything too. And he also, he was calling girls fat. He goes, he's like, I went on Tinder and let's be honest, all the chicks on there are fat. And then like there was like a silence in the room, and then people erupted in laughter.
Yeah.
Because it was so like, you can't say fat now.
Yeah.
Fat is like, whoa, what? Someone said fat. It's like, fuck you, dude.
The people who are writing the blogs and making the angry tweets are such a minority. Yeah. The people in there's a huge audience in comedy clubs,
Right.
on Netflix, on
Yes,
YouTube
yes.
for the good type of comedy
Yes.
still. An example was Nikki Glazer, who I think is actually a really good comedian. I think she's one of the great comedians,
saw her-
man or woman.
Nikki Glazer with the blonde?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's really good. I used to hate her politics on Twitter. Everything she tweeted was political, so I just unfollowed her.
I saw her. She was on that show, dude. That's
super
so funny.
super talented. She was on Rogan. Ben is just laughing. Ben thinks I'm a raging misogynist, so I'm walking on eggshells here with him. She was on Rogan, and they were talking about Louis C.K. and Aziz Ansari, and what they were saying, the essence of it was both of them are back. Imagine if you were either of them. Imagine if an in-depth account of your date where you were shoving your dick in a girl's face after she was crying on a couch, if that was leaked to everybody. Imagine how devastated you'd be. But Aziz Ansari is right back there doing stand-up comedy.
Back, dude. He's back, yeah.
He's back doing horrendous
comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
His early stuff was good. Now he's not as good anymore.
Aziz, and I don't want to say Aziz is a predator. You and I.
No, yeah.
I don't know anything about it. Who knows if it was true or fabricated?
Trying to get a blowjob.
But in my personal opinion, the Aziz Ansari stories were more disturbing than the Louis C.K. stories.
I mean, yes, I would agree with that.
And it was singular. Aziz Ansari's story.
Story, yeah.
It sounded like he was less in touch with humanity and another person's feelings than Louis C.K. was. Louis C.K. was just the creepy dude in the corner who was in a party atmosphere pulling his dick out and being fucking weird. But nobody was threatened. It sounded like with the Aziz things.
I think Dave Chappelle broke it down really. If you watch the rest of the special,
I watched all of it.
Yeah. When Dave Chappelle says like how much more disarming is a guy that just like came on himself. You know, he came on himself. You know?
What's a humbler position than a guy dripping with his own
With
semen?
his own semen, yeah.
And his own shame in the corner. But
His own
Aziz,
shame,
it
yeah.
sounds like it sounds like the girl was crying and that he at first would console her while she was crying, but then the eventual goal of the consoling was to get his dick out and get his cock sucked again.
Yeah.
Which sounded pretty predatorial, and it just sounded like he was a sociopath. It sounded like an 18-year-old drunk frat kid would be behaving and not like a 35-year-old supposedly
You
cultured
nailed it.
comedian.
Yeah. And it is more disturbing that would happen. Like if it, that's more disturbing in general. Like I have 2 sisters. That's more disturbing.
And again, I don't know if any of the Aziz accusations were true. I'm just analyzing what I read.
Yeah.
We get dark in the Me Too shit. Let's get out of this pit.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Leo,
Holy
suggest a
shit.
more lighthearted topic.
All right. Fuck you, dude. Why you gotta put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby? Fuck. Let's talk about. I want to talk about the playoffs. The Yankees are doing real well, but you don't give a fuck about baseball.
I don't give a shit about
But
baseball.
did you see all my boys come out though on the comment section?
They know who's the superior baseball player
Yeah.
now because we
Oh
talked
my
about my batting cage
God,
heroics.
Dude, everybody said you were using a grown man. If you hit every ball and it was really, if you really were using a grown man bat, which I saw that you were because I picked it, it was impressive. Okay, it was impressive. I took 2 swings though, right, Danny? Don't get it twisted, buddy. I just smashed baseball into oblivion.
I don't think. See, your baseball career is over. It's kaput. It's
over,
done.
yeah. But now
It's
I have
dead
a softball
and dying on
career.
the side of the road.
I have a legendary softball
Listen to
career
me.
now.
Listen to me.
All right.
Softball don't mean shit. There's no money, no pussy in it. I'm thinking that
There is a little money. You
I'm
could be a
thinking-
professional softball player. I could be one of those guys that goes around the like, actual baseball, like actual stadiums, and hits mammoth home runs with like juiced up bats. Those
think
guys make bank.
they don't make anything. But I think
Make like $50,000 a year, whatever.
Big Papa Danny right here with the proper batting coach, maybe a cycle or two
Still
with
got a
D-ball.
chance.
I think Danny Mullen can make it to the major leagues.
Holy shit!
Sacramento
Really?
River Cats, dude. That's a AAA baseball franchise. Is it double A?
for the A's? No, I think it's
It's AAA.
for
It's
the
right in my
A's.
hometown, dude.
That's funny.
I could
dude.
show up there,
Good old
juiced
River
out.
Cats.
I can hit the fuck. I can swing the bat a couple times. There doesn't even need to be a ball or a pitcher. They're gonna see my
Holy
form.
shit. Too bad that the tryout fucking age limit is 22 years old.
They're gonna
That's it.
see I have a consummate feel for the bat.
You're gonna have to get a new birth certificate,
I have
buddy.
the body type. I got the look. I saw that movie Moneyball. I even read the book, and they talk about the look
I'm
in there.
surprised you have that. Why did you read that book?
Don't worry about it, Leo. With baseball, everybody knows it's on the down. It's on the decline. It's no longer the great American pastime.
It's not the great American pastime,
That's
but it's not
football
on the
and it's
decline.
jerking off to porn. Those are the 2 great American
I would say
pastimes.
jerking off to porn for sure.
Baseball,
Fuck football.
they need stars. It's like the USC right now. They need to fill seats. That's where Danny Mullen comes in. I show him my YouTube metrics. I show him my old Instagram following.
you
They put me on the roster. They put me on the roster.
You think you're getting a shot to play in the bigs because of your YouTube channel?
Yes. Hey, we talked about UFC too. If Danny Mullen wanted to fight in the
UFC, yes. UFC, yes. Honestly, you should listen. I will promote it. I will make it happen. You pick a YouTuber you don't like. We'll set up a fight just like Logan Paul did with the fucking black guy. I forgot his name. KSI. If you do, we could do this. I'll get the venue. We'll do all. We have to get an ambulance there. We have to get like all
For the
that.
other guy or whoever I
For
face.
the
Doesn't even have to be a
other guy.
YouTuber.
And we charge
I'll
admission.
fight the style bender. I'll fight this guy who won this belt this weekend.
charge
I don't
tickets.
believe in that guy's skills. I got jiu-jitsu.
We charge tickets and we live stream it and we pay for the live. We have to make them pay for the live stream. And then it might be huge. I'll be on the undercard too. And guess who wants
you
to
gonna
fight?
fight?
Yeah, I'll fight. And guess who wants to fight Inland Iggy?
Who?
Ruman.
Down.
He's 130 pounds.
We should absolutely do that.
It might happen.
You know who agreed tentatively to spar in Leniggy? TJ Dillashaw.
Really?
My buddy's really good friends with him from college, and he texted him about it.
so ridiculous.
TJ just had shoulder surgery right now, though, because TJ's trying to get a YouTube channel off the ground, so it'd be a fucking great opportunity.
That's so funny.
And TJ, I love the guy, but he's a huge asshole. I grew up with TJ Dillashaw and Uriah Faber and those guys. I didn't grow up with them, but I knew them when I was 18, 19, 20. You're right. TJ Dillashaw will give Inland Iggy life-changing concussions and brain damage.
Well, why would you do that to poor Inland Iggy? Well, I mean, why? Because, dude, he's getting a lot of hate from the fans, dude. The fans are upset at Inland Iggy. We got to
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. But he's got I think Inland Iggy's got one more great video in him for sure.
He can have more great videos. He's got to do a complete change of his attitude, though.
I think we just get him
He's got to
hammered.
take stock of well, I don't know. When he goes,
we give him 40s, we get him hammered.
yeah, no more sober Inland Iggy. Nobody wants to see
sober,
that.
No, sober Inland Iggy, no. He gets to drink on set and have fun. He drinks on his own anyway.
At least until he reasserts himself as a force on the channel.
Yeah.
He can be sober after about 3 good drunk
He can be
videos.
sober after 3 drunk videos. There you go. I like that. 3 drunk videos, then he can be sober.
Just like Nico is on weed timeout right now,
Yeah.
Inland Iggy's on sober timeout. No sobriety for Inland Iggy for a little while.
Inland Iggy's not, he can't be sober. right now. No, absolutely not.
We're also going to get 2 more mics in here for this podcast, maybe more eventually.
Hell yeah, man.
Our buddy Ian, his roommate, he has 2 mics that they're not using that are this caliber.
Really?
We're going to buy those for cheap, which means the guests are going to be mic'd up. Producer Ben might be mic'd up.
Hell yeah.
So we can have Inlanigi here on the podcast, and we can just make him drink a handle of alcohol for the. Well, then
Is that episode 1? Is that episode of the one of the new Juiced Up show?
Yeah, only if you and I split the Motel 6 costs, because I don't want him sleeping here after he's blacked out. I've done that once before.
It's fine. Maybe I'll bring him over to the no, my place. I'll let him sleep.
You don't
at my
want
place.
him over it.
He barfs everywhere. Or what?
I don't know if people watching this have seen the picking up girls in a chicken suit video that we filmed in Santa Barbara, the first Santa Barbara video we filmed. The next one's coming out this Thursday. Inlanigi was so blacked out after that. It's on Patreon, a lot of the clips of it. He vomited it in my car. Kept trying. Our producer Ben was here. He kept trying to drive home. He would have made it no further than, I don't even think he would have made it down the block. He would have crashed into a car 75 yards that way.
So you had to hide his keys?
We had to hide. I put his keys in the trash can. I laid out a filthy blanket that I didn't care if he vomited, pissed, or shat on.
Oh, my God.
Let him sleep on that, just on the hardwood floor, and I barricaded my door shut in case he got any ideas.
Oh, he was going to come in there and put his big Inlanigi cock inside of your asshole for sure.
Absolutely. And
That's when didn't he admit that day that he jerks off for webcams and what else?
sucked a dick. That was during the Slab City shoot,
Oh, okay.
which was Inlanigi in peak form, by the way.
Oh, he was great on that video, man. What a classic that video is.
And somebody, I think, said recently they want to see more Slab City in Inlanigi.
Of course, they miss Slab City in Inlanigi. I believe that's what they said.
As do I. As do I.
Who doesn't miss Slab City in Inlanigi?
But after that video, after I made him bathe in the Salton Sea, after I slapped on that Darce choke, picture perfect. The whole ride back, he amused himself by regaling us with tales of jerking off on a webcam, and then also,
God.
at some point, I'm pretty sure he slurred that he blew a guy at one point in his life.
Wow. Well, you know what? We're all entitled to our truths. And if Inlanigi's truth is blowing a guy every now and then and jerking off webcams, then let it be that. I don't judge.
He denies it with everything he has when I ask him when he's sober, though.
I know, he does. He really does. We can't ever let the kid go, though. He does have our names tattooed on his body.
We can't let him go. I forgot about that. Well, he's got my initials. That doesn't really count.
He's got my he's got my nickname, so I guess
We can let him go.
we can let him go.
That's a weird thing. I've thought about that. Once you have a gay experience, it's like, I imagine it would be like killing somebody and then stowing their body in the woods. Life can never be the same after that. No matter what you say, you have that dark secret. You got that skeleton in the closet.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, do you think the statistics are true that 33% of men will have a sexual encounter with another male at some point in their lives?
I would have said hell no if I hadn't lived in San Francisco.
Okay.
So many quote-unquote straight guys.
yeah.
Because I lived with one of my best friends, Tim, who was in San Francisco State at the time, and he was in a fraternity.
Yeah.
The fraternities are super loose. They're loosely organized. We lived in a 7-bedroom house, so a lot of the fraternity functions would spill over to our place, and I liked it because there would be 20-year-old drunk chicks running around the house when I got back from work, and I could just pull them into my fucking bedroom. There would be guys that were in the house that were
sick fuck, but okay.
dudes with beards who like fucking, one guy used to be like a judo dude, did martial arts, this big tough bartender guy. Somebody spotted him in our foyer just sucking face with a guy one night.
What?
Just out of the blue, no signs to make us think this would be the case.
Did anybody question him?
I think afterwards he was just like, yeah, fucking made out with a dude, whatever. This other guy, Jacob, who was one of our roommates, another really cool guy. I don't know if
Was it an attractive dude?
Probably not. They were all little limp-wristed pussies in that house. There's other guy we lived with, Jacob. I might have told this story on the podcast. I think I did. He lived with us, had a girlfriend, is now engaged to a woman, only dated and had sex with chicks when he lived with us. We found out 2 years after the fact that he was coming home drunk from bars, knocking on the door. We had a gay black roommate. He was really cool, this dude Michael. He would wake Michael up in the middle of the night, go in there, and just let Michael suck his cock, and then
That's
go
so
back to his
funny.
room and fall asleep.
That is so fucking hilarious.
The Swedish
yeah,
guy.
see, that's what I mean. I think it's true, man. A lot of dudes do experience that. I think it's kind of interesting. I don't know that I can't do it. Can you?
I can do it, yeah. I've sucked a couple things.
Shut the fuck up. You know what? You always switch it around on me, man. I never know when you're being serious.
Well,
or
you
not.
asked me, like, have you?
Apparently, you told my girlfriend you sucked a dick. I was like,
joking.
what?
I said that in front of you and like 3 other people. I didn't
God
tell her that
damn
privately.
it, man. But I love that Danny, the first 5 sentences, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was in the first 10 sentences to my girlfriend. One of them was, I sucked a dick. What the fuck,
I was
man?
obviously joking, and it was at a bar at a comedy show.
That's so funny.
But I like how you turned and asked me just now, 6 seconds ago, hey, have you ever sucked a dick? As if now would be the time that it's
Well, you know what? If you wanted to say it, buddy, on this podcast, it'd be a great time. It'd probably alleviate a lot of these kids' minds that have had sexual experiences with other males. Look, it's no big deal. The Greeks said you never became a man until you did something with another man, right? I believe the Greeks said that.
I'm taking this moment, 48 minutes into podcast 16, to share with the audience, with Leo and producer Ben, and if you pop that window open, our neighbors as well.
2005.
I, Danny Mullen, in 2005, put a finger up a man's ass and then sucked him off to completion. 2005, how old was I back then? 16, 15?
16, 15,
I've
buddy.
grown out of it. I had to taste the berries on that.
Yeah.
What fucking saying is that? Taste the berries?
Oh, God,
I'm just
taste the
reaching for
berries.
shit. The forbidden
funny.
fruit
The forbidden fruit.
from the tree of wisdom. The snake whispered in my ear, and I listened, and I sucked that cock.
Oh, my God, man.
The snake told me to suck the other snake,
oh,
and I did so.
my God.
I didn't do that in 2005.
But yeah, either way, I guess it is true, man. You know what's funny? But yeah, a couple of guys on my baseball team came out like later. You know, they're not friends with any of the guys now. It's funny, but yeah,
Because of their homosexuality?
I think so. There was a guy, definitely a guy at UCLA, and there was a guy at my junior college I went to, LA Valley, who were
Gay
gay.
guys and straight guys are into
And a
different
guy
shit.
at Stanford. 3 guys. Holy shit.
It's hard to be good friends with a guy when he comes out of the closet because, I mean, you're into different shit.
And then yeah, like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy did. I mean, I don't know how funny it's gonna be now, but Eddie Murphy had a joke about that. He's like, yeah, man, they just like us. Except after we play basketball, I'm like, I'm gonna go get a beer, and they're like, I'm gonna go suck some dick.
Eddie Murphy had that joke?
Yeah.
So
That was
Artie Lang
in
had a
one of
joke
his
about that,
specials.
though, that he kind of ripped that joke.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to recite that one right now. Yeah, I had a buddy that I grew up with, and I think I told this story recently too on the podcast, we first discovered jerking off at the same time. So we'd just be furiously masturbating in the same room together.
You did it like that.
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so him and I jerked off together probably 16 times, and then he later came out of the closet. So he was probably...
What?
We were watching porn. He was
looking at you.
It was channel 97, and it was 11 p.m. at night, and so it was boxed out. Like, they didn't even receive that channel, so it was through the static. We were still looking at the softcore fucking porn, jerking off to it. Leo's acted in one of those fine films.
Yes, I have.
And I'm realizing now
High heel homicide.
that he probably wasn't even squinting at the staticky breast up on the screen.
No, he was looking at you. He's
Out of
looking
the
at
corner
your
of his
cock.
eye.
Yeah, he was looking at your cock.
He was
dude.
listening to me grunt. That's what
Look,
he was jerking off to.
that's the peak of that guy's sexual experiences in his entire life, I'm sure. That's a little Danny Mullen boy that he was looking at. Yeah, for sure.
Well, he was a boy, too. He wasn't like a pedophile.
But he still jerks off to you, probably. It's probably for sure.
Even after all the anonymous gay sex in bathhouses in San Francisco and Sacramento.
Dude, a few of the guys said they were down. Dude, that one guy that had a girlfriend said he was going to meet you at the LA Fitness, dude. Remember?
In that video?
That video? That was a good video.
Aggressively hitting on men video?
Aggressively hitting on men is a funny video, man.
Really well done. Yeah, that's kind of the flow of how I see this weekend going. I guess we can talk about this weekend shoot. This weekend we're filming with Ruman.
Yes.
Who, I don't know if you guys remember, I toyed with the idea of starting a big beef with him.
Yeah, that was funny as fuck.
Because he was stealing Leo away from me.
No, he wasn't.
Hey,
Nobody could steal me away from you, buddy.
Leo, I don't know if you're going to take this very well, but this
You're an asshole.
Andrew Judge guy you associate with,
Yeah.
I never want to see him.
Dude, why? He's a good guy.
He has the comedy of somebody who has really bad comedy.
All right,
and I
stop.
disagree with everything he does on camera.
Wait a second. When did you even see his videos?
I saw the White Claw video.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I think we need to bring that up on when we have the podcast more produced and we can bring it up on screen. I think we need to assess it line by line.
It's the White Claw video is literally meant to one of the trends online right now. I was literally just trying to get some views. All right, and I might have chuckled when I watched it the first time. It has good, like, the production value is good. The camera that we used to shoot it was good. The slow motion. It's an acting exercise. I'm just trying to get better at acting.
Producer Ben is cracking up right now. I assume he's seen it too. Wait, just blame it on Andrew Judge.
Andrew Judge is a great athlete. He's I like the guy, all right? And he does make some funny videos on occasion. Have you watched every one of his videos?
Is there one funny video out of 36? I haven't sifted through the bone pile, as they call it in sales.
I can't believe he's a nice guy, all right?
I didn't say he was a nice guy. I went to his page and I watched a couple other videos and I had the urge to jump through my own window.
You know what he did on my own channel when we went and shot we did a little prank at UCLA. He ordered pizza and it was an oceanography class. He yelled, "I identify with a dolphin."
I haven't
to
seen
everybody.
that yet.
That's pretty good. It was pretty funny.
I haven't seen that. So he's got one good line. Is that meant to change my opinion on it?
All right. Well, how many videos have you watched? You watched the White Claw video and what else?
I watched one other thing. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
on his own channel. Some of the stuff he does is to get, dude. He's trying to get views. He's got like 35,000 on TikTok. He's trying to get views. So he did like boys versus girls. Some of it's funny. He had a very
boys versus girls sounds promising. That sounds like some comedy genius.
You're
right
such an
there.
asshole, dude.
That's unexplored territory.
Look, I'll show you his most viral video of all time.
I know I'm not gonna like that.
You probably already seen it. It was Michael Myers is like going through the months and like he's getting bullied until it hits October and then he like fucking goes nuts and starts like getting all the bullies back that were like fucking with him. He made like a 2.5 minute like video and I got 15 million views on Twitter and like 10 million on Instagram too.
I bet I hate it.
I'll
bet you $5 I turn that on right now. I don't laugh once, and I want to throw the laptop or device we're watching it on into the toilet.
I thought we made we made another video just for fun, Bud Light video. You should check that one out after and tell me what you think.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult your collaborator.
I'm not like I like the guy, and I'm not saying anything, but I mean, I don't know, man. Just comedy's subjective. And I'm not saying I think everything that we do is absolutely hilarious, but I'm saying no, me and you, yes.
That's right.
I'm saying sometimes it's okay to put something that might emit a chuckle instead of a fucking laugh out loud. All right?
That's right. It's okay. And I got to get comfortable with that idea because I'm giving up my precious babies to an editor soon.
Yeah.
Maybe there are going to be some really bad Danny Mullen moments. I know none of them will be worse than the Mike Myers or the White Claw.
Oh my God!
But there might be some less than stellar Danny Mullen.
Look,
moments
sometimes the people out there are trying to get views. Danny, he's a beginner. He's not like blowing up. Like he's not doing what he wants to do yet because he doesn't have a platform.
Hey, before I had a platform, you know what I was doing? What I wanted to do. I did what I wanted to do, but at the end, I put my tongue down a fat girl's throat. That's the only difference.
You put your tongue down a fat girl's throat.
And I still do that.
That's his putting the tongue down a fat girl's throat.
Which one do you respect more?
I mean, Danny, look, I respect both. I respect anybody sending it anyway.
Leo's being a real politician right now. It's okay. He's your buddy.
He's a great athlete. He's a really good baseball player.
Well, that makes me respect him less too. And that makes me resent him more because, as you already know, I got designs on the River Cats in AAA, baby.
The Sacramento River Cats,
I'll
dude.
fuck Andrew Judge up in combat, baseball, or comedy.
Oh my God, dude.
I'll have sex with his mom, girlfriend, and dog.
Oh my God. You know what? Okay, he doesn't have a lot of angst because he came from a good family.
So did I.
It's his only downfall. No, you have mad angst. Something happened to you. Fuck
no
that.
mad angst.
You have a weird level of something inside you burning. I don't know what it is.
I got the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I have a desire to be immortal.
Is that what it is?
And I'm going to attain that through comedy greatness.
That's right, dude. A bronze statue of me and you, like with the Edward Forty hands, that'd be a fucking great, huh?
With two 19 or 20-year-old girls on their knees.
Us.
And then Inland Iggy masturbating in the corner.
Back,
it's going to take up a lot of a lateral space somewhere wherever the statue is. Because Inland Iggy's going to be like 15 feet away.
Oh, that's so
There's going to be a bronze tree peeking out.
A bronze tree, and he's right behind the tree. That's so funny.
Fan Jerry's going to be walking into the room with a spitter.
Dude, why is it that I went to traffic court one time. Everybody nobody knows how to use the mic, dude. They're always fucking.
Yeah, you having fun with that? The Doppler effect there?
Yeah.
All right, people, we should probably wrap this up. Leo's got to get to acting class.
Yeah.
I want to start taking acting class.
Dude, you'd love it.
I'm sure I would. People, This has been great. We're going to start upgrading this podcast bit by bit, piece of equipment by piece of equipment. Hopefully next week's show looks better, and hopefully the content's better.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good things. We'll tune in for those. Look forward to them. And whatever you do, don't consume any content by Andrew Judge TV.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
I'm kidding, buddy. I love you, Andrew Judge TV. Work on your craft. Work on your art. Later, guys.